Hi everyone. Are you a mom that is struggling with finding the balance between hope and acceptance during estrangement? If so, stay tuned. This video is for you. For those of you that are new here to my channel, I just want to welcome you. My name is Sally Harris, and I'm a mom who walked a difficult road with my own daughter for over a decade. And when her life spiraled, so did mine. And finding the balance of hope and acceptance was very difficult for me as well. So I want to talk about that today. So I'm glad you're here. You know, there is a healthy balance of hope and acceptance. So number one, we really need to be able to accept where we are today. And the biggest thing with that for me that I've learned is that we have to remember that just because it looks a certain way today doesn't mean it's going to look this way a week, a month, a year from now. Life changes, things happen. So there's always, there's the acceptance of today, this is the way it looks. And yes, it sucks and I don't like it. And, you may be having all these emotions, but you need to cling to the hope that things are going to change, because they are going to change. I can't guarantee that you're going to be reconciled with your son or daughter. However, life will change. Your life's going to change, their life's going to change, circumstances change, and many times those changes bring us back together. And those are the kinds of things that you can't see from a distance. So if you're only looking at the natural world and what you see with your own two eyes, it looks hopeless, right? And that's probably how you're feeling. And that's why that need to balance the hope with acceptance of today is so important. Because a lot of people will say, like I'll say to my moms in my group coaching program that they may not be having a whole lot of hope that particular day. One week they may be fine. The next week something happens and maybe they feel like they're giving up hope. But you know what? I always tell them that I have enough hope for both of us, because you know what? I've seen it. I've seen it in my own life. I've seen it with countless moms that I've worked with. Their families are reconciled. Why? Part of it is because they didn't give up hope. If you give up hope, the problem with giving up hope is that you stop all self-care and nurturing yourself. And if you're not getting better in your own life, and you're not growing, and you're not prioritizing these healthy areas of your own life, what kind of an example will you be when your son or daughter comes back, right? Are you going to be healthy? Do you have a lot of habits right now that are causing a lot of imbalance in your life that maybe, just maybe, are going to cause some physical illness, like mine did, right? And that was my, I guess I would say, cracking point for me personally when it comes to hope and acceptance. I reached a point with a physical illness myself, brought on by my own strife, my own alcohol abuse, my own food abuse, my weight gain. All of this stuff caused my health to deteriorate. And with that, I had to accept that moment. I had to accept that this is where my body is right now. This is where my health is right now. This is where my mind is right now. But if I do nothing to improve it, what kind of an opportunity will I ever have to have a relationship with my daughter? I knew right then and there that I had to be okay for me and for the other people that love me, whether or not my daughter was okay. Not that didn't matter. Of course it mattered. Of course I wanted only the best. I wanted the best outcome. I wanted to be able to move forward. But some of you are not even holding on to the hope. And I think you need to recognize the need for hope. Many times it looks so bleak on the outside that we just give up. And if we give up hope, we're giving up the self-care. We're giving up the need for personal growth, for healing other relationships, healing yourself, maybe healing your own childhood, healing your faith. So if you're somebody who doesn't feel like they have any hope right now, and for me, I'm a Christian, and that is where my hope came from. And I've been a believer for a long time, and I'll be honest, I didn't always run to God during that hard time. Unfortunately, I ran to a bottle, which didn't serve me. I didn't run from him, but I wasn't running to him. And so that's just for me. That's my belief. And I just encourage you that if that is your belief, I encourage you to dig deeper if you feel like you're not running towards him, because that's where you're going to find your peace and your hope, right? Peace and hope are outside our current circumstances that we can see with our two eyes, right? And so I just want to encourage you with that today. I hope that helps. But just finding that balance of acceptance of, yep, I can accept, I don't have to like it, but I can accept where we are at this moment, but I refuse to give up hope. And because by refusing to give up hope, I will continue to work on myself, my other relationships, my health, my life, my own goals, and we'll see what the future brings, right? Versus the alternative. For those of you that are still trying to figure this out in regards to who am I, because we lose ourselves in this process. And that's why I'm talking about this. This hope and acceptance balance is so important. And you can't really do that if you don't know who you are. And so we have a workshop coming up this week. Actually, on Wednesday, we are going to be having the Who Am I workshop. So if you want more information on that, you can click below. There's 2 more workshops coming up this summer. All that information is below. But I encourage you, if you're ready for that, I encourage you to, just dig deep. Just dig deep. And what can it hurt? Someone said that to me once. What can it hurt for you to start focusing on yourself? Only good can come from it. Nothing bad can come from it. Just positive growth in myself and my other relationships. And that's where it needed to start. And it started with me, and it's going to start with you too. So I hope that helps. I'll see you soon.